Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? This is Wes the Critic, and I am here on Wes the Critic's YouTube channel to review the best episode of all the Disney Plus Marvel episodes ever. What? Oh my God, Hawkeye was so good. Well, Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 6, So This Is Christmas, was so freaking good. The whole season is a bit mellow, with a couple of yays in there, but I don't know, overall, it's just an explanation as to who these characters are and who we're gonna get to, who we need to get to know so that in the future we understand who they are. That's what this whole season was for me. But episode 6 really came and delivered. Now, if they could figure out a way to make episode 6 the finale like every freaking episode, or at least give us 3 episode 6s, in 3 story-driven episodes, I think that would be great. Because I feel like episode 3 was a wash. It was unnecessary. And episode 4, like, I don't feel like they utilized all of the episodes to the best potential. But, needless to say, episode 6 is here. And it's freaking phenomenal. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all my social media, Wes the Critic on Instagram and Twitter. This video is playing on A Connection TV and on my Wes the Critic YouTube channel. But if you're into reviews about film, shows, scripted, and all of that, anime, then get into my YouTube channel, Wes the Critic. All right, we're gonna do this shot by shot as best I can. You know, this is not my normal Gigiana, but I'm gonna work it out. So we start this off with Vincent D'Onofrio playing Kingpin, and I know everybody is so excited and elated at the fact that this guy has been recast, well, not recasted, it's just been brought over from Netflix to the MCU, Disney Plus. We just saw Daredevil on Spider-Man, and so now, you know, everybody's excited. Yay! I'm excited too. I don't really care for Kingpin. It's not like the biggest thing, but I was here for Charlie Cox when he came on Spider-Man. I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm more of the hero lover, not the villain lover. So I can give 2 about the villains. I really can. The heroes, on the other hand, I'm like, yes, come on, Charlie Cox, let's go. So Vincent D'Onofrio is talking to Eleanor. Kingpin is talking to Eleanor, and everything is laid out in a scene, in a talking scene. And that's fine. I kind of do that sometimes on my shows. It's easy. You know, they're discussing everything and it's all laid out. Eleanor killed Armand. You know, she had to pay off this debt ever since her husband died, but she's paid it off in tenfold. And so it's like, why are you still working for him then if you paid it off? Oh, Kingpin won't let you leave. Okay, but she's like, my daughter is getting involved. I don't want no parts of it. I'm leaving and you can't stop me, because if you try to stop me, I have everything saved about you and what you've been doing, so don't play me. So I'm like, okay girl, but this is Kingpin. Everyone knows this is Kingpin and you need to cut it out, like, because this is not gonna work. And then in the next scene, we get, you know, Kate talking to Clint. And she's like, oh my God, this is my mom. Oh my God, I have to stop her. What is she doing? What was she thinking? Because, you know, Elena is like, girl, your mom is in it to win it. And she's been doing all this behind your back. And I understand you working with Clint, but your mom need to be stopped too. So let go. And, you know, Kate is having to figure what she's going to do. And she's like, you know what? You go enjoy Christmas with your family. And I'll handle this on my own. And Clint is like, no, I'm not leaving. You're my partner and I need to help you. So if you're in trouble, I'm in trouble. And I was like, aw. So I guess that's what we needed all these filler ass episodes for, so that we can get to this moment and feel compelled to say it with me, aw. I was like, all right, well, I guess. Then from that scene, we get Kingpin again talking to Echo. I'm gonna just call her Echo. She's talking to Echo, and you know, Echo already knows what's going on. She just like, I don't believe you, but I'm not trying to fight you right now. Because you'll probably beat me up. And I know Kaizi is over here. He playing me. Both y'all playing me. But okay, I'm going to act like we ain't, I'm going to just move. I need a couple days off. Can I get that? And in my mind, I'm like, he about to just punch her in the throat. That's what I'm thinking. Because, you think Kingpin, villain, not the one to mess with. Clint Barton has been like sizing him up because he is a big dude. Been sizing him up the whole season. So like he's just about to punch her in the throat and kill her. That's what I'm thinking. But he doesn't. He kind of has some sort of compassion, but he ain't stupid. And when she walks away, he's like, well, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to kill her. We're going to have to kill Eleanor. We got an Avenger here, and everything's just not working out the way that I want it to work out. So, Kaizi, I need you to handle this. And, Kaizi's like, of course, I got you. Of course, of course. Then we get the scene of the Hawkeyes doing all the trick arrows. And I thought this was really, really dope. It's amazing and awesome that we get to see that Clint has the ability, the mental capacity to figure out how to do all these arrows and to make it, because we just see him with the arrows. We never see him make the arrows. We see Tony Stark with all his tech all the time. So we know how intelligent he is and the fact that he can just build something. I mean, he has a freaking machine that has the ability to create whatever you ask it to create. So we understand his level of intelligence, but we never got the chance or the opportunity to see Clint do what he does, And so he literally makes all of these trick arrows, and he's working with, his partner. I thought this scene was pretty dope. I thought it was hot, and I liked this. I love the dynamic between, Kate and Clint. I think they're talented actors. It is what it is. All right, so then we get to the Christmas party. Haley Steinfeld coming in looking real boss, and I'm like, okay, Clint coming in looking real boss. I'm like, okay, this is what we finna to do. Like, this is giving me real James Bond, real Mission Impossible vibes, and I'm like, okay, this is dope. Then they have the whole crew of the LARPers helping them, and they got the little earbuds in, and I'm like, okay, come on, team. I'm like, okay, so this is what all the filler-ass episodes are for, so that we can get to the climax, and we can feel like we've been, all of the foreplay has led to the climax. And I'm like, all right, I'm feeling this. I'm liking how all of them are involved. It's really, really dope, right? Sizing up the party. I'm enjoying it, It's still a bit humorous. We get the humor, we get the play, we get the fun. But at the same time, this is serious, right? Kate is looking for her mom, Eleanor. Eleanor comes to the party fashionably late, thinking that she told the Kingpin off and the Kingpin's not going to do anything. I don't know why she thinks she here and can do all this, but she does. And she walks in with no care in the world, and Kate sees her and pulls her to the side, and it's like, Mom, you need to cut it out because you're about to get killed. And I don't want you to get killed, and you're going to have to listen to me from here on out. And the mom was like, well, what are you talking about? I know you killed Armand. I know you did this. I know you did that. And the mom was like, Kate, you're way in over your braids, over your hair, okay? You're way in over your head, okay? I needed to do what I needed to do, and it was for you, okay? So I just need you to let me handle this and stay out of it. Of course she can't. She's dressed, she's here, she's ready to go. Then Kaizi starts shooting, Kaizi starts shooting up the place because he's trying to take out Hawkeye, and Clint is dodging the bullets. And then, everybody's, oh my God, we need to get away. Ah! The LARPers are trying to get people out. The people aren't listening to the LARPers. Kate is like, what's going on out there? And, Clint is like, I don't know, but I'm not trying to get shot, And then, Eleanor and the Swordsman, they're just like, oh, okay, listen, I don't think you should get involved. Kate is like, I'm already involved. It is what it is. I'm out. Eleanor disappears. Swordsman is left by himself. Then on to the next scene. As we scroll through, we get to Yelena Belova and Kate. Now, Kate don't want Clint to get killed by Elena. You know, Clint is Kate's hero. So, you know, Kate goes after Elena. We saw the most amazing scene between the two of them in the last episode. You know, over a delightfully nasty, let's say that, a microwavable looking mac and cheese, okay? But anyways, we like Elena, she's dope, all right? And we like Kate, she's dope. These two, I could see them together doing something in the future. I really can. I like their dynamic, I like their chemistry. Really, really dope. But Kate ain't playing with Miss Elena. And although Elena can kill Kate whenever she wants, yada, 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 whoop de whoop, you know, it's nice to see Kate giving her a little run for her money. Even though Kate not trying to hurt her, she just trying to get away. She likes Kate. This whole running back and forth in the elevator, her trying to trick her, and then she got the costume reveal and everything, and then she takes off her coat and they're revealed in their costumes. I thought it was dope. Kate pushing all the elevator buttons, I thought it was funny. The fighting scene, the long fighting scene going down the hallway, I thought was awesome. And as you know, Kate is trying to keep Elena back from going after Clint. Clint is floors below, setting it up so that he could, you know, get away from the tracksuit mafia. This whole thing was really, really good. It was so freaking good. And I'm like, why can't we get all of these episodes to be like this? You know? Why? You know? I love my superhero films to have some serious tones to it. And this had some comedic elements. And it was actually comedic elements that I enjoyed. Kind of like Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. It had serious undertones with comedic elements, all of which were just amazing, right? Same here. And I'm like, why does Loki have to be like this slapstick comedy to try to make me laugh? And then, I don't know, I just don't like the Loki series. I just don't like it. If I had to rate all of the shows, and I'm going to, Loki is last, Falcon is first, then Scarlet Vision, and then Hawkeye, and then Loki. But to be honest, this episode 6 of Hawkeye trumps everything that they've made for me. You know, and there was some great Scarlet, you know, Vision, Scarlet, what was it called? It was some great episodes there, and I love the fantasy element, but for me, the season finale of Hawkeye trumps all of the episodes for me. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm like, wow, from scene to scene to scene, we're getting to the point here. We're getting to the point. Swordsman is not a villain. You know, it was a lead-in. It was a misdirect. But, you know, the mob, we find out what's going on with the mob. Elena's there. You know, Kate is trying to save Clint. Kate has all the confidence in the world because Clint has said, you are my partner. Clint is ready to, like, get all of this completed. It's like, from edit to edit, to scene, I am on the edge of my seats thoroughly enjoying this freaking episode. Wow. Right? So then Elena does this like boss ass move and she jumps down from the building and she tries to like shoot or kill Clint, but she misses because in the nick of time, Kate tells Clint, hey, look out, Elena's coming down there. It's not me, she's coming, look out. So, you know, Clint dodges the bullet. And I'm like, okay, cool, boom. We get past that, Elena makes it all the way down. And I thought that was a cool descent, how she did that. I thought that was cool. Then out of nowhere, Kate tries to do a Elena move. And I'm like, girl, how you think your weight, you about to hold your weight with this little rope thing and come all the way down? And it would have been cool if she would have made it, but it was even cooler the fact that she still has a lot to learn, okay? But she's boss ass to make it all the way to the bottom and just start fighting people. And she's knocking everybody out. I thought it was dope because in my mind, I'm like, how are you so well versed with Kung Fu and karate? You got all these awards, but all these people beating you up. Like all these tracksuit dudes beating you up. And this wasn't the case. She was beating them up. And I'm like, okay, this is so dope. Finally some action. She not getting her ass whooped. let's go Kate, right? Let's go Kate. We get the reminder of the one of the tracksuit dudes who needed dating advice. She gave him dating advice, but she still had to knock him out. She's about to get shot, and then all of a sudden the swordsman comes in and saves the day. I'm like, oh, this is dope. He's about to be a little hero. Okay, I'm really liking this. This is cool. He just doing his thing with his sword, doing his thing. He gonna have to get a suit on because I'm sorry, like, unless he dodging bullets with it like Deadpool, he just gonna get shot. So it is what it is. But I thought all of this was really, really dope. Right? Then we get Kaizi versus Clint. I thought this was a cool scene. Kaizi's still getting his butt whooped. And then in my mind, I'm like, I don't really know the character that he's playing in the comics, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's probably good with this whip or whatever, because he grabs his like whip or like this cord to make it like into a whip. I'm like, he about to do some things, but no, you know, Hawkeye beats him up. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, because I didn't want anything to happen to Hawkeye anyway, but I'm like, y'all sizing this man up to be something big, and I'm like, MCU, they probably gonna kill him off, because they kill off all the villains. So they probably just gonna kill him off, because he's a one-off. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with the villains dying. I really don't. Y'all be all in y'all butt crack trying to get the villains to stay alive and stuff. And I'm like, no, kill them off, right, in my mind. So he get knocked out. Clint, you know, escapes. He's stuck in a tree somehow. And when he gets stuck in this tree, we see the cutest little scene in this owl. This little owl here, I just thought was so cute, right? Hawkeye. It's not a hawk, it's an owl. But you know, the Hawkeye, the hawk symbol, Hawkeye. I just thought it was real cute. Like, the directors they finally doing their job here for me. They finally doing their job here for me. And I'm like, okay, this is really, really good. I'm loving this. Okay? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. You know, Hawkeye stuck in a tree. This is the comedy. That's cool or whatever. And shout out to Homeboy here. Now, I'm bad with names. I'm not even about to look it up. But this dude was really, really dope. Him and the LARPers really carried, in its own filler of an ass episode way, carried us through the season, right? Because him and his LARPer crew, you know, kind of are the reason why Kate and Hawkeye damn for sure look as cool as they look, right? Have all the trick arrows from that one episode where they needed the trick arrows back. You know, Hawkeye stayed at one of the LARPers' house. Like, the LARPers helped throughout this whole thing. So I thought this was really, really cool. Now, what really was what I knew was fenced to happen, right? And it was just hilarious when it did happen, is when the LARPers came out, and they came out as the stage play Asgardian roles of the LARPers. You know, I thought it was really, really cool, and it was fun to watch, right? Because for me, as a black man, diversity is important. I like to be able to see me. And everything that I watch, I want to see me. I want to see somebody that looks like me. It matters, right? So here in this screenshot, we have 2 Caucasian people and 2 black people. They all fight in the same fight. They all going for it. They all are on the same playing fields with regards to experience, right? But they use their energy and their want to be involved in help to help. And it's so freaking dope. Like, the one chick grabs the bat, she beats the dude in the face, and then the bigger dude like bumps somebody and the person falls, and then the guy over here gets the young kid away from it. Now, I can't remember who the young kid was. I can't remember, but I'm assuming that he's gonna be somebody soon, because they gave him a lot of airtime. If y'all know who the kid was, then, you know, put it below in the comments. But I thought this whole freaking scene was great. Then we get the scene where she puts acid on the tree to knock the tree down, to get him out the tree. She shoots the cables, and he's like, oh wait, what you doing? Oh wait, what you doing? I don't want you to do this. Like, she shoots the cables, does the acid arrow, which she could have used on Kingpin, to be honest. Got the acid arrow, and the tree falls. I thought that was a great scene, and it really showed, you know, that they could get through some stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what, this right here between the 2 of them, let me get a good screenshot. I mean, that's a cool screenshot. This right here is what this brought me to the Avengers. This was Avengers level freaking choreography action here, right? We're back in New York. We're the team. We're back to back. We get the pan roll around shot. It's Kate. It's Hawkeye. We're here to go. Let's go. They're facing all these enemies coming at them, and all they have are arrows. And a ton of trick arrows. We get to see so many trick arrows. And in my mind, I'm like, Hawkeye can really like do some damage with like half of the Avengers can do some damage with these trick arrows. I'm like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Like, he could easily hit, well, I don't know if it would be an easy hit, but he could easily hit Captain America with that acid arrow. It's a wrap. He could easily hit Captain America with the Pym arrow, make him shorter, and squash him. It's a wrap. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? This whole fighting scene was the best Marvel MCU Disney Plus fighting scene out of all of the freaking episodes of all the shows. Freaking phenomenal. And it was so practical, so realistic. The special effects, I think they saved all the money for special effects for this thing here. Like, they did no wrong in this skating ring. And the best freaking one was when Kate grabbed it, shot the arrow, shot up the truck, and the truck became a mini truck. What? Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? It became a mini truck, and you heard the little mini-me's in the truck. Me. But tell me why the little Hawk. Let me get the owl. Let me get the owl out of here. Can we get the owl in the shot, baby? Creme de la creme. Creme de la creme. When the owl came and took the truck away, I said, "Oh, now we cooking. Now we cooking. This episode is everything. It's everything. What? Oh my God, this episode was so freaking good. Good, it was so good. I thought it was hilarious. And then he shot it, blew them up in the back. This whole episode was just freaking amazing. We get the scene between Elena and Hawkeye. You know, they have they coming to Jesus moment, their revelation and all that. My baby is trying to figure out where he want to sleep. He just all over the place because I'm making a lot of noise. But he's sleeping over. He decided that he just all over the place. Anyway, so Elena versus Clint. I was just waiting for it to come to a head, and I'm just glad that they resolved it. And both these actors are amazing because I felt it. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, is Clint gonna give me a tear? He did. Not in that shot, he didn't. But in the next shot, he had a tear in his eye. I felt like if he would have gave me that tear, it just would have been everything. But then again, Clint is not that emotional guy. Like, he is, but he's not the crier. He's not the crier. But Elena gave me everything she needed to give me. I like the fact that, you know, Clint didn't want to fight her. He understood why she was coming after him. They had the handshake and all of that, and it was great. I thought that was a great moment. I love Elena. I think Elena is super dope. I hope it doesn't take her 10 years to get her own movie. And I hope it doesn't take her 10 years for her to become the highlight of the team. I think I like Yelena Belova. I think it's really, really dope. And then we get the second, well, not the second, but another freaking awesome moment was Kate versus excuse me, as I'm trying to get the screenshot. Kate versus Kingpin. I thought this was dope. Clearly, he's impenetrable. He's impermeable. You can't just hit him. Stuck an arrow in him, it's nothing happening. If she would have had that acid arrow, it would have been a different story, I feel. If she would have had that Pym arrow, it would have been a different story. What are we talking about here? Shrink him, crush him. You know, what are we talking about? So, but she didn't have none of those arrows. She had to use them earlier. But the fact that she's still trying to save her mom is really, really dope. Like, I thought that was dope. And then, you know, the mom crashes into him because she don't want nobody to mess with her daughter. The fight was really, really good. It was well choreographed. It was like, I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking good. It's so freaking good. Here is where things start to like what to me? Kate calling the cops on her mom, I thought this was like in poor taste. I thought it was like a bad decision to make, to be honest. I really do. Because here's the thing. How are you going to justify what Clint did, but you can't justify what your mom did? How are we there? I don't understand that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, maybe because the mom said in the video that Kingpin was already paid off. Maybe that's why. Maybe Kingpin was already paid off and you were living this life when you didn't have to. Right? Maybe that's it. I'm trying to find the reasoning behind it. Clint went through a thing of depression, and all season he's been trying to right his wrongs. Yeah, there we go. All season he's been trying to right his wrongs, and in Kate's eyes, she sees that. But the mom has just been out here doing what she been wanting to do, like killing people and doing all this, and she ain't had to. Maybe that's why. I got you. I got you, directors. I got you, writers. That's why. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. You know, all season he's been like atoning, really, and really trying to like lay low and, you know, not atoning by going to jail, but he's been trying to right his wrongs. His whole mission has been to destroy this Ronin thing and to make amends and all of that. Whereas the mom has been like, I love my life. This is what I'm doing. I'm rich. Boom. Okay, now we there. I don't feel bad no more. Okay, boom. So we get past that. So we get to Echo and Kaizi. She killed him off way too quick for me. I was hoping for a good battle, like the battle we have between her and Hawkeye. But then in my mind, I'm like, Wes, they gave us a lot of fights. They gave us some good fights. We don't need none of it. Okay, cool, boom. All right, I'm not mad. Then we get past that, Kaizi dead, apparently. Then we get past that, we get to the LARPers explaining to the cops that they were a part of it. They had to help, you know, Hawkeye and all that. Then we get Hawkeye and Kate. They, you know, have their realizations. Kate meets the family. Now, it was just really, really weird to me. It was just really, really weird to me. Hey, sugar. My baby had to come say hi. Hey, sugar. I'm sorry. I'm causing all this noise. Hey, baby. It was just really, really weird to me how in all of the scenes, like you never saw Clint's wife with him in a scene. And it was just like, it seemed like it was staged and choreographed to where like they couldn't be in a scene together. In my mind, I thought this was like a Gina and Martin. Like, is, you know, his personal life the reason why she didn't want to be on the scene? I don't know. Am I stretching? It just felt like they did not want them on screen together, and it took up to the last minute for them to be on screen together. I don't know. It was just really, really weird to me. And then when they finally were on screen, it was like, okay, they're finally on screen, but I just felt real awkward. We get to see the wife was a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, cool. That's why they didn't want the watch, or that's why they needed to get the watch back. But I don't know. We get to the end and he burns the Ronin suit and we move past it and we find out that her name is just going to be called Hawkeye. Okay, they're the Hawkeyes. Hawkeye 1, Hawkeye 2. She was like, maybe you should call me Lady Arrow or Lady Hawk. And I was like, ooh, why they try to make fun, poke fun at Lady Thor, right? I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Because that name is dumb. I think Lady Thor is dumb. Oh, my baby just laying on me. Oh, my baby. How you doing, baby? I love you, baby. My baby. My baby. My baby. Yes. I love you, Poo-Poo. But anyway, what did y'all think about this episode? Let me know. Leave your comments below. Okay? I would love to do more videos like this, but I need y'all to like the video. That will make me know that you want me to do more videos like this. Follow me on Wes the Critic. If you like this video, if I could get 30 likes. If I get 30 likes on this video, I will continue to do more reviews. Let's get my review channel on and popping, right? Because I'll be watching all these shows. I really do. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And let me know if you think that this episode or season was worth it. I feel like the season overall was meh. But this final episode, I feel like this final episode made the lukewarm season worth it. I just wish that they could have gave us 3 episode 6s and 3 episode 1s, and then that would have been more of a balance for me. But the season finale really brought everything to a close and wrapped everything up nicely. We don't get to see what happens with Echo and Kingpin, obviously, because Echo is getting her own show, and clearly she didn't shoot the Kingpin. So it is what it is. Yeah, this was really, really good. It's my favorite episode out of all of the DCEU. What? The MCU Disney Plus episodes. This is my favorite episode out of all of them. And it's a 10. This episode is a 10. This episode is a 10. What? I said it. This episode is a 10. This was damn near a perfect ass episode. And the fact that I was able to understand the reasoning behind Kate putting her mom in jail versus dealing with Clint, I feel like that was the reason behind it. And I really, really love the chemistry between Haley Steinfeld and what is the real dude's name? That's horrible. What is his name? Y'all know, I'm talking about Clint. We're gonna call him Clint. I can't remember his real name. But anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. Perfect episode. Get into it. If you're not watching it, go watch it right now. Deuces.